What's good, mi gente? It's Melany Moose here, and you're watching Blacktinidad, where again, we talk about everything that's Latino, but black as. All right, so today's episode is gonna be kind of heavy, and sometimes we have to have these very heavy, very serious conversations in order to move forward and just be better human beings in general. Let's start it off today with a little joke though. One really funny comedian that brings up the topic that we're talking about today in a very funny way is Rashid Thurman. May he rest in peace. He had this comedy excerpt where he goes into a bodega and he has an interaction with a Latino bodeguero, and the bodeguero tells him, "Don't think I'm scared of you because you black." And Rashid goes, "But you black too." And the bodeguero goes, "But you black like this." And it's funny when we talk about it, but really, that was anti-black as fuck. So today's topic today is anti-blackness. Anti-blackness is the name for the specific kind of racial prejudice directed towards black people. Anti-blackness in Latinx culture is historic, pervasive, and rooted in white colonialism and imperialism. It was purposeful. It is systemic, and there are very real life or death consequences because of the preservation of it. Contrary to popular belief, you can be black and anti-black. Internalized racism against your own people is an effect of anti-blackness. So let's talk about some ways that Latin America historically has embedded anti-blackness in its society and in its culture. In almost every single Latin American country, there was a racial hierarchy. At the bottom, you had slaves, you had free blacks, mulattoes, and whites. Laws forbade their practice of numerous occupations, including physicians, notary, lawyer, priest, the holding of public office, service in the regular military, entrance to university, and marriages with whites. Very similar to how it is and how it was in the United States. There was even a way for you to buy whiteness in order to gain opportunity in Latin America. In 1795, the Spanish crown had institutionalized the purchase of whiteness through a process called the gracias al sacar. Imagine you needing to buy whiteness in order to gain opportunity. That was the reality for black and mulatto people in Latin America. And honestly, that's kind of where the start of the idea of mejora la raza came from. It was a very real thing. You literally needed to be white in order to better the opportunities for your race. Post the Haitian Revolution in 1804, even more anti-black policy was instilled by all European nations in the New World for fear of those same slave revolts happening and spreading in their countries. There were Spanish decrees to encourage European immigration. Europeans were given land and, yes, slaves to maintain white power and dominance throughout Latin America. Even to this day, the richest families in most Latin American countries are white, even in majority black countries like Haiti and Brazil. And historically, African-based music, dance, and religion were demonized. Afro features were made to be feo, pelo malo, un cara jabal. Those were ugly features. History was revised to center European pride. Black heroes were literally whitened in history textbooks. You can see the change of those black heroes being black to slowly but surely in the books turning white, having lighter skin, more European features, when in actuality those heroes were black. Black history was changed to specifically dehumanize black people in Latin America. The most pervasive way anti-blackness rears its ugly head is in the othering of Haiti and the rise of anti-black and anti-Haitian sentiment in Dominican Republic and in the Western Hemisphere. European colonialism could not and would not allow the first free black nation to exist, and let alone let black people rise to power. Education is the first step to disrupt this ideology. And that's why I'm so geeked for my next guest, Incultured Company. It's a non-for-profit organization working on dismantling this anti-blackness and anti-Haitian sentiment amongst Haitians and Dominicans to create unifying and healing spaces to deconstruct and decolonize Hispaniola.